Welcome to Turn to Your Neighbor. This is the Christian Talk Show where we talk about the church, music, movies, social media, and a whole lot more. I'm Cliff. This is Big Dre. What's up, brother?
What's up, family?
Oh, man.
What's up, neighbors?
That was a close one because I had to.
Brother, we do the same thing every week.
I keep forgetting. I know.
We're going to have to get into practice mode. We're going to have to do a run through.
I've been doing the same stuff for so long, but then we add this new thing, and I still haven't got used to that new thing.
What? Just tell. Can I put sounds on the air?
No, because your audio. I don't think this can catch your audio.
Oh, okay. About to say, if it could, if you just let me know, I'll get my own air horn ready, brother. But I don't think you want to. I don't think you want to give me that power because air horn would be the whole entire time that we be on here.
We'll spare the neighbors. Your air horn ministry.
Yo, it's like tambourine ministry, bro. Oh my goodness.
What's up to all the neighbors out there? Thank you for hanging with us on tonight. Good to be in the number one more time. So, neighbors, wherever you are, those of you who have joined us so far, do me a favor right now. Hit the like and share at the bottom of your screen right here. Like and share right now. Let some more people know that we are live and we got stuff to talk about.
Yo, so did I just put... Oh, I'm just discovering stuff, brother. I can put stuff out there to people through this StreamYard.
Yes.
I didn't know I could make comments from the app to like Facebook and whatnot. Oh, okay. Yo, I'm just discovering stuff, and now
you want me. You want me.
I'm just discovering stuff, and now I'm a problem, brother.
Lord.
Now that I know I can talk back to people. So let me tell y'all up front, my computer's still not fixed yet. And so I need y'all to be praying with me that we get through this thing with no delays and no fallbacks or whatever. So, and I'll say this, any comments made under the Turn to Your Neighbor moniker tonight were done by Dre.
Yes.
And I'm gonna just apologize for that ahead of time. I just discovered something.
Now that's CJ. Look in the chat. That's CJ.
I'm in the chat. I don't see CJ.
Are you looking at the StreamYard chat? You see we have a
yeah, I'm on the StreamYard chat.
You see we have a YouTube chatter.
No, I don't. I said I put something in. I think mine's on a delay.
Okay, anyway, what's up, CJ? What's up, King? Down in Orlando. What's up?
Yeah, he's down in Orlando. Okay, so that's CJ. Yo, I still need to know who Just Playing 12 is. Shout out to the King Fusion, my guy. I hope you in Orlando living it up. Yo, I sent your mom a spot to get some good Puerto Rican food. Make sure you stop over there. Go ahead, get you some empanadas before you come back up here. What else happened? Shout out to everybody out there. We appreciate y'all as always. To the neighbors we know, we love y'all. To the neighbors we don't know, and people who actually listen to us, hey, we love y'all too. You know, it's all love in here. So I hope everyone is blessed. Today is a big day in many people's lives. If you have someone in your life who is a fan of an NFL team, today was free agent day, specifically talking about signing people to the not the cap, but the what's the thing? What's the thing that they did today?
Franchise tag.
Yeah, franchise tag. Franchise tag was a big thing today. I was talking to some fans of some teams who worried about how that franchise tag gonna go. Let me put it here first. Saquon Barkley will be a Philadelphia Eagle next season.
You can have him.
Okay. You see, you the second Giants fan that's talking real greasy. Saquon Barkley.
I mean, Saquon's a good player, but I wasn't jumping over the moon when they first drafted him. Like they didn't get running backs from anywhere.
Y'all out here paying Danny Dimes unnecessary amounts of money. Oh man, what happened? Am I back?
You never left.
Dog. Stuff be just going blank on me for a second. But yo, people, y'all been paying Danny Dimes
he's a
whole lot of money.
But I'll get one of them 99-cent running backs from the sixth round.
Yo,
he
y'all gonna quit disrespecting running backs.
he's a good player. I get one of them Sally Fields for pennies a day.
All right, yo,
You
y'all
can have
better
one.
get yourself that boy from Rutgers, Pacheco. Pacheco won the Chiefs that Super Bowl. I don't care what nobody
And
says.
and what round was he drafted in?
I don't even know. I
In
don't even know.
later rounds. So
I thought the boy was Eastern Ukrainian or something. I did not know he was Black and Latino mix. And so for the longest time. But yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, oh yo, I got the neighbors riled up. I
Yeah, I
got the
mean, oh
neighbors
yeah, he
riled.
was overpaid. Was a 2-year deal. They'll tag Saquon, but if they bring him back, great. If they don't,
tell him, CJ. If Philly gets Saquon, the Giants will never win again. It's an extreme take, but I'm on
see,
board with it.
see, I'm trying to stick with the with
What
the
we're here for.
with the
Yeah.
topic we here for. But
Yeah,
here
we're not
y'all
here for
go.
this.
Here y'all Eagles fans go talking about stuff y'all don't know.
Also, Barkley did get tagged. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
he's gonna be tagged. That's
Danny
why they
Dimes.
signed.
They,
Yes,
they they did the
but
non-exclusive on him. The
they're
non-exclusive
gonna
tag.
they did the one
Oh,
where
never
they
mind.
did the one
We're
where nobody.
no,
Yeah,
we're not. I'm not. No, he won't be an Eagle next season. I changed
has
my mind.
y'all talking
We're
about a
not
dude
giving up
who's
2
barely.
first-round draft picks.
Yeah, talking about the dude who barely before this past season, he barely played the 2 seasons previous. But you want him. Go ahead. You can have him.
Okay, I hope this attitude
That's all I'm
keeps
saying.
up.
That's all I'm saying. I mean,
Saquon, we will see you.
he is a fantastic player, but he's a running back that gets hurt.
Saquon, we will see you at the start of the 2024 season in
Anyway.
Eagles Green. Welcome home, brother. Welcome home.
Anyway. All right. So
Anyway,
we're gonna get on to other stuff for the
let's get
neighbors
to it.
who did not turn into a sports talk show, who do not tune into a sports talk show.
Yeah, they don't care.
Some bunch of y'all don't care, like y'all just need to get to the point. All right. So the big story this past weekend,
Yeah,
Chris Rock
Chris Rock.
dropped the first ever live Netflix special. So
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rock, yeah, many of y'all know, very well known comedian, dropped the first ever live Netflix special.
Right.
In said special, the brother talked about many things, and the reason why um, we're gonna bring it up today is because, as you know, about a year ago, almost to the date, a year ago, at the Oscars, Chris Rock was up there presenting something, and he made a joke about Jada Smith. Will Smith didn't like it. Will Smith proceeded to go up to the stage and smack the taste out of Chris's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to his seat, yelled some expletives, keep my wife's name out of your bleeping mouth, blah blah blah. And
Mm-hmm.
the rest is history. We all kind of know what happened after that.
Right.
So Chris Rock had this special. In said special, he talked about a lot of things, but he also brought up really for the first time
Yep.
extensively, because he's kind of brought it up in other like stand-ups that haven't been aired like this one.
Right.
He's like kind of touched on it just a little bit, but this one was extensive. He extensively went into his feelings on the whole matter,
Right.
and how he feels about Will Smith, how he feels about Jada Pinkett Smith as well,
Mm-hmm.
and he did not pull any punches.
Yeah.
What do you think about all that? Because
What?
okay,
Go ahead.
so the reason why we're covering that I want to talk about this is because a lot of people say he should get over it. But as the kind of stuff we talk about as believers, I think this sparks an interesting conversation that we can have on the topic of forgiveness and what role forgiveness does and should play in our lives. So I'm sorry. Now throw it to you.
So that you just unloaded a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
I'll cover them quickly. First and foremost, the overall, if we're to give oils, right?
Mhm.
We're giving oils to the special, and we're going out of 5 oils.
Mhm.
It may have been like a 2.5. Maybe he's shooting 50%. That joint was trash. That joint was trash, yo.
I see it the other way. But go
You
ahead.
liked it? Okay. We can get into that.
I thought it was a lot of funny. He had a lot of funny things in that.
It was trash. It was like, for me, it was like watching a boxer who's not moving in the ring quite as fast. It's like a NBA player who's lost his first step. It's like a preacher who just don't got that same fire on his word that he used to have. Like that's what I saw. You could
Okay.
tell he was either super nervous or his mind was so focused on trying to get through his other material. He didn't really loosen up until the part where he started talking about his daughters towards the end, and he was getting into Will and Jada. And that part was way too short. Honestly, he should have just from the beginning leaned into what the people wanted. He wanted to get these other takes off and make it much deeper. I felt like he was doing an imitation of Dave Chappelle. He wanted to tell a larger societal context type of a story, and he's not that good at that. He's not Dave Chappelle. And so it wasn't that good. It wasn't, and his best part was at the end when he started talking about that stuff. He got a couple nice shots off. I think he thought his last line was much doper than what it actually was.
Yeah, the last line wasn't like
Cool.
a huge crescendo at all.
Right. And I actually have some other feelings on some of the actual content that somebody said this was 100% used fish oil. That's the oils they
So
use.
I think so if we give it out of 5, I think I would give it a solid 4.
Really?
And yeah, I laughed. I laughed throughout the whole thing. But
Okay.
but see, my approach to comedy, and I don't expect other people to share this sentiment. My approach to comedians, so I treat a comedian on stage as I would like a fiction movie. Right?
Okay.
So I'm not going to take to heart anything you say.
Okay.
Because I think you're on stage, you can say whatever, you're just playing a role.
Right.
Right. But if I find what you say offensive, then I just won't watch you anymore. You know, just like if I'm watching a movie and I don't like, the way let's say I don't like the way black people is being portrayed by this movie, I won't watch this director or this movie again. So I'm not expecting any kind of like moral compass or a certain or any certain yeah, I'll use the word moral compass. I'm not expecting that from any comedian on stage.
Right.
You know, basically you're a character up there, you're playing a role, and I'm going to treat you as such as fiction. Right. And so I'm not going to take into your a lot of, and I see Donna put that a lot of he doesn't like black women, all the other kind of stuff. So I separate that kind of sentiment because I think it's just a character on stage. Okay. So the character he puts on stage, now somebody can say that's not right, that you shouldn't look at it like that, but that's how I see comedy. You're a character, you're on stage, and you just put your character the character you put on stage doesn't like women.
I agree with you on that. By the way, I agree with you on that.
So I think I watched it the night it came out. So I didn't take notes because I didn't watch it Saturday for us planning to have this conversation. It literally hit me like this afternoon today when I texted you and said we should talk about this because of this. So the reason I wanted to get into it is because people are saying he should get over it, all this other kind of stuff, and you could tell when he went into the will part, and you could tell you could hear the hurt.
Oh yeah,
in his voice, and so it brings the question like, how do we deal with forgiveness when, especially a situation like this where you were as a person for lack of a better term, you were absolutely humiliated on national television.
Let's bump that. That was international. Like that went all over the place. You were internationally embarrassed around the world. Yes.
Yeah. And this was a topic of discussion for weeks. And in that moment, right, the world didn't see you getting consoled. You were the victim. The world didn't see you getting. The world saw your attacker getting consoled,
right?
Like because there was video like minutes after there was video Denzel, of like Tyler Perry, going up to all that. So the world saw your attacker getting consoled. Then the world saw your attacker winning an award, not apologizing to you,
right?
Apologizing to everybody else except the dude he attacked,
right?
And then there was video of your attacker partying, having a good time, rapping to
Mm-hmm.
his own music like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. You go.
No, I'm just saying, like, so I can't blame somebody for
Right.
having hurt, and I can't blame someone for carrying that hurt.
Right.
The next day, he not maybe the day or the day after, he had a stand up he had a stand up show.
Mm-hmm.
Like within 1 or 2 days after that happened, and he
Mm-hmm.
said in that show, he said, "I'm going to talk about it at some point, but I need to process."
Yep. I.
And and
Go ahead.
people upset that it took him this long to come out, and they call it a cash grab, and it might be,
Yeah.
but you're entitled. If somebody hurts you, you're entitled to process and deal with that pain for as long as you need to,
In any way you need to.
in any
I
way you
am.
need to.
Yeah. I am not in any way upset at him making a special out of it.
Mhm.
I actually wish he would have leaned more into it. The special was only an hour long. That like an hour and 9 minutes is what it was like kind of chopped down to.
But that's most comedy specials.
Right.
Yeah.
But with this, he could have riffed for longer than that. Like he could have just gone and he didn't he spent 10 minutes on the actual topic. Um I for me, when we talk about forgiveness, I have like two modes in me. It's like either I am in a good place and I can say, you know what? Um this is the forgiving is more about me, like because my heart either I love or I hate real hard.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
don't do real well in between. And so, but for me, being mad at someone takes energy. You know what I'm saying? It actually
Yes.
takes physical energy for me, and so I can understand the concept of trying to forget, even by forgiving more. Just I don't wouldn't even say forgive. I would say not actively being angry, not actively being angry, because forgive to me denotes there is a level of compassion that I have for that person still in my life. And if I'm Chris Rock, it might be screw you forever to Will Smith.
Oh, I believe it is. After
You know what
watching
I'm
this special,
saying?
I believe. Well, especially after the stuff he said, it probably will be like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's almost. It's like they're done.
yeah.
But and that's actually an interesting part. But if for me, just for my life, I would have to actively stop being mad, just so I could maintain myself. Because like that type of junk actually runs my blood pressure up. Like my heart will get going, I'll get hot. And so that just to maintain me, I'd have to figure out how am I going to handle and how am I going to survive. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Living in this mode. Um, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So the thing is that scripture does not give us any blueprint for
Mm-hmm.
forgiveness. At least
Mm-hmm.
not that I know of. So the Bible says over and over that we should forgive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
it doesn't say how long you should be. It doesn't say you need to you got
Right.
30 days to resolve. It just says you should forgive.
Right.
And I totally believe that. So and I know I'm not going to sit here and say for anyone who's ever been hurt physically, emotionally. I know
Mm-hmm.
someone watching this has probably experienced trauma, right? So I'm
Right.
not saying, oh, you just need to brush it off and forgive.
Right.
Like I understand. So I want to be sensitive to anybody who's listening and watching
Mm-hmm.
that it's tough. No matter
Mm-hmm.
what you've been through in life, it's tough, right? But there's a reason why forgiveness is in scripture repeatedly. So
Mm-hmm.
the way I think about it, whenever something's in scripture a lot, that God is trying to deliver a point to us that He wants us to get, and that's important for our life.
Right.
That's why money's in there so much.
Right.
So that's why I think forgiveness is in there so much, because when we don't forgive, I
Right.
think when we hold on to anger, it does something to us
Mm-hmm.
physically and emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And so the longer we hold on to anger,
Right.
the more hurtful it is to us. That's why I believe God tries to get us to go into forgiveness as soon as we can,
Right.
even though scripture does give us a timetable, because that anger can eat at us and do us detriment. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure many of us have been angry and we probably said or done something that
Right.
we regret. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine the longer you hold on to that, the longer time period of time you have to say or do something that
Right.
you can't take back. You regret. You hurt someone else. You cause damage to your own life. And so it's clear that he's been holding on to this anger, and justifiably so, holding
Right.
on to this anger for a year.
Yep.
And what we heard was him getting it out.
Hmm.
Hopefully, I hope for his benefit that that's beginning the healing process,
Oh
because
no.
the
Well,
longer. But
maybe he may be beginning the healing process until I don't know if they talked. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Until they've talked,
uh
this
but I
ain't
don't.
done.
But I don't think you necessarily need to talk to the person
I
that
think this is
hurt you.
different. I think this is different though. If you listen, and this is me putting on an entirely different
Mhm.
hat. So part of my job all day is you sit there and listen to people and kind of hear what they're saying and try to break it down. The part that he actually started to flow the best was
Mhm.
when he let go of thinking about the show and just started talking.
Mhm.
When he got into the Will and Jada stuff, um, and the interesting thing he actually pronounced twice was, "Man, I loved you. I rooted for you. I watched you on all your shows." Like, and
Yeah.
that's what started hitting him. You know what I'm saying? I watched you on all your shows, and he brought up, he broke down some, really good stuff. He was like, "You first got mad at me when I made a joke, like Jada first got mad at me when she told me not to show up for a job because you didn't get nominated for a stupid movie for Concussion."
Yeah.
It's like that's when you first got mad at me. So that's when I first. That's the like he said. That's the first time we ever had beef. He's like, people think we've had beef forever. He's like, no, that was the first time we ever had beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, and so,
Because she came at him. Well, she called him out and said
mm-hmm,
he, like you said,
he shouldn't host.
he shouldn't host because Will Smith didn't get nominated for the Concussion movie.
Or
Right?
that was the year of Emmy. So
Yeah.
I mean, Oscar so white or whatever.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
in true comedian fashion, he
Uh
didn't
huh.
only say, "No, I'm not doing that." He came out with the Rihanna panties joke.
Which one was it?
So basically it's like,
We don't got to tell a joke. We
no,
don't.
but basically it's like he said something to the effect of it's like, oh, like them not showing up to the Oscars is like me not showing up to Rihanna panties. I wasn't invited.
Jesus, you
You
didn't
know
have
what
to tell
I'm
the
saying?
joke. You,
It's something. It's not. I did. I
I
misquoted it
understand.
slightly wrong, but it's
I
something like
understand.
that.
No, I
And
understand.
that is what took that whole thing kind of
To
viral
another
to
right,
another level when he came back with a joke in true comedian fashion.
and so and there is no reason in the world I will never give Will Smith any type of pass for putting his hands on Chris, or I mean on Chris the way he did.
Oh, he's
I'm
completely wrong.
yeah, I'm never gonna give him any type of pass for any of that.
Yeah.
He was out of control, and what was real funny is people have still kind of gotten away from the fact that Will Smith was not mad until he looked at his wife and saw that she was mad.
Yeah.
He was like, ha, ha, ha. He did his fake laugh like he's supposed to, and then he's like, oh, okay. And then he brought up a good point. He's like, I wouldn't have even brought, like, I wasn't the one having entanglements. Like, your wife cheated on you, and you decided to go sit down with the person who cheated on you and talk about how that made you feel that she cheated. They're like, we didn't do this, you did this. Don't be mad at me. He said, all these people made you a joke for over a year, and you
Yeah.
decide to hit me. Of everybody you could have hit, I was like, that's a solid point. It was a solid point. That, like I said, that was by far the best part of the performance. I don't think any forgiveness has been done. I think Chris was genuinely hurt by the fact that he was actually like a real fan of Will Smith and of his work. And I just hope, like, long term, that I don't even need them to be friends again. I just hope that this doesn't mess up Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
emotionally, I could care less. Like, God bless Will, God bless Jed. They in their own messy stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I hope that he finds his spot in his place where he can find the peace that he needs to find about this whole thing. Just so it's not hard. What my mother says, don't let it harden your heart. Yeah, don't let it harden your heart.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think for all of us, like this is an interesting example that here someone has done you wrong,
Right.
right? And now you are angry,
Mm-hmm.
justifiably so, right? And that other person though, so you're holding on to whatever bitterness, whatever hurt that that situation brought you. But yeah, this situation is a perfect example. That other person has now gone on. That other person is getting consoled by people. The other
Mm-hmm.
person is partying. That other person is out making movies, out
Mm-hmm.
doing other stuff. Like apparently living their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though the other person did apologize publicly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but you're still holding on to it, and the other person has moved on. And now, and I'm not saying this is definitely what's happened to Chris, but it can happen to other people. But now you're holding on, letting this thing eat at you, letting it affect your psyche,
Right.
letting it affect your emotions, letting it affect your physical body. So the faster that we can forgive,
Mm-hmm.
the faster that we can forgive, and like the old saints say, give it to God. The
Right.
faster that we could do that, the easier it will be for us to move on and to live our life and not let this incident affect us.
Right.
And this is horrible. Like this is not. I mean, there's much more worse things that can happen to a
Mm-hmm.
person in life,
Right.
but this is kind of awful, especially someone who kind of lives in public.
Public sphere.
Yeah.
Right.
So now you are the butt of a joke in like some of the worst ways, and you got physically assaulted,
Right.
and A, you got physically assaulted, and B, people rag on you for not doing anything back.
Right. And I actually respected the fact that he comported himself in the way he did in that moment. Yeah. As Mac said, I do agree with Mac. He said this whole scenario gets no oil.
Yeah.
The whole thing gets no oil. But I like the way he comported himself in the moment. I hope for the sake of just his comedy that he can get past this. Because if you really think about like I was and the way I was looking at it and listening to it, you could tell he was so focused on that last part that he was just kind of going through the first couple parts of the
Yeah.
thing. Like I did, he wasn't at his top. He wasn't at his top. So I just hope he gets back to doing him, and that he's okay. Not for the sake of anybody else, just so he can
For
move
him.
forward with his have a
Exactly.
good relationship with his daughters, have a less antagonistic relationship with his ex-wife, as it sounded during the thing. I just hope it's okay. Yeah.
So I want to end with this one last thing. What is your opinion about retaliation?
Okay.
About the level of retaliation versus um, the level of offense?
Hmm. There.
Just in
See,
general. It could be in general or specifically to this.
I for me, it's very interesting. I had a potential moment of retaliation just recently,
Mhm.
and it would have been long. It was actually related to this show. I'll tell you about it when we get off there. And I chose not to do it because in my mind, the way I'm set up, A, it just would have been petty and would have had nothing to do with God. B, if I'm supposed to be who I am and I'm supposed to be as a God fearing man, it's like there are certain times not certain times, I'm supposed to let God guide my actions all the time.
Mhm.
And I truly do believe if I can't, why should God continue to honor and bless me in the ways that He does? If certain things I can't learn how to move past it, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Or I don't operate and handle myself in the way that God will want me to in those moments.
Mhm.
So I had a chance to be really petty on something on a social media platform, and it wouldn't have been. No one would have known but me and the person, but it
Mhm.
would have been in public. And I was like, nah, we're not gonna do it. And so, because I don't believe that's what God would have me to do, and that's
Yeah.
letting. Also, I'm a big person on control,
Uh-huh.
and I don't want someone else to have so much control of my actions that I start acting out of pocket for who I am,
Yeah.
just to get back at you.
So I'm gonna give you and the neighbors my this is my God ain't through with me yet answer. Because there's some moments where there are a lot of moments where I'm a work in progress with a lot of things.
We
Right.
all are.
Yeah, we all are. So I believe, and like I said, this is not like scripture. This is not backed by
This
scripture. This
got
is
nothing to do
not
with God.
influenced by God. I'm giving y'all like just the human emotion part,
Right,
right? If someone comes at me,
right,
especially in an incident like this, so if you're gonna do physical or emotional harm to me,
right.
you have now given me the license to retaliate in any legal way I see fit.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna do anything illegal, but in any legal way I see fit. And
Right.
I'm saying that because if for those of you who watch the special, but if you see comments, some people would think Chris went too far in his retaliation.
Really?
There are people online who think that they think he went too far in his comments,
Y'all
like by
bugging.
calling out Jada and some
Bugging.
other stuff. I'm here to tell you. And so from a comedic standpoint, I thought the way he did, I thought there was a lot of a mastery by
Mm-hmm.
how by the words he chose to say and how he strung things together. Mac and Richie are in the chat, so they will
Right.
tell you that we grew up in high school. We made fun of people for sport.
This is
Like
what
it,
we
it was
did.
it was sport to us. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we depending on what region of the country you're from, hiking, dissing, in New York they call it playing the dozens, like
The dozens. Right.
yo mama jokes. Like we went at each
Capping.
other,
Right.
we went at each other for sport, right? So if you gonna come at me,
Mm-hmm.
I will be I will come. I will bring up anything I know about you, your mama, your family, where you live, where you grew up, your cat, your dog, the color of your granddaddy's shirt. Like I will use everything that I know, and I will try to verbally destroy you. Right?
Right.
That
Right.
that's how I grew up.
Right.
Like, but I'm not saying it's right.
Right.
I'm not,
Right.
I'm
Right.
not saying it's right.
I'm not
Like I
saying it's
said,
right. It's
that's what,
honest.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not as good as I used to be. It's like a muscle. You don't do it in a while. You don't work it out in a while. But so if you come at me, you don't get to
Right.
dictate how I retaliate. Like
Right.
you got to take all of this.
You gonna get
You
all
you
this.
you
Right.
you gonna get all of this. Like if you don't like it, you shouldn't have did it in the first place.
Right.
So for anyone who thinks Chris went too far,
I can't. I can't. I lost. Can you hear me? I lost you. Oh my lord. Anyway, I don't agree with the concept of. I don't actually think he went too far. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I can't hear you yet. But you keep talking, and we're gonna figure this out. I'm trying to think back. People like he did a whole lot of B's and called a whole lot of B words, and so yeah. One of the things I think that we're gonna get into the larger situation and the larger context of um everybody's like, yo, Jada didn't smack that man. She ain't had nothing to do with it. And so she shouldn't come at him. To those people, the power of your marriage is real. And I don't think people understand how powerful that is. And I think that's completely 110% what he reacted to. And so I think I hear you now. Say something.
yes, 1, 2.
There you go. There you go. And so we can get in, that's a whole deeper dive that we can get into. Like she ain't deserved nothing, she ain't do nothing. Yeah, but she did. And we can get into that. Like
Yeah,
and women have been controlling men's reactions for years and helped dictating men's reactions for years.
yeah,
But yes, I had no problem with how he spit back. I just hope he gets healing off of it. Not even I don't even know if healing is a word. I hope he gets control of himself back.
yeah,
That's what I want to say.
yeah,
I hope he gets control because to a certain extent, if you get smacked open hand to your face on international television, because remember it went out in multiple languages. Like that's how we actually got the footage unedited was
because
from France and China,
yeah,
like literally
yeah,
on different parts of the world. And so once you are open hand smacked on television, I don't know how much healing there is going to be. I just hope he gets control of his emotions back and he gets control of himself back. And that's the most important thing for me.
that's a good spot to end on. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say one thing, just for the record. I said all that stuff about coming at people, but really,
Right.
I truly believe you should just, give it to God. Let God vengeance his
Mm-hmm.
mind, saith the Lord. But like I said, still a work in progress. So
Still a work in
sometimes it ain't like, but I try. I'm trying.
progress.
All right. That was a good discussion. Thank you, neighbors. Okay, so there is going to be all this Christian TV and movies and stuff coming out.
Right.
There's going to be a movie that is coming to Peacock. And the
Okay.
name of this movie is called Praise This. I'm not going to play the trailer because
Oh
I'm not
Lord.
trying to get us kicked off thing. But
Oh Lord.
so Praise This. This movie features Chloe Bailey, Angelica Washington, Quavo.
Oh
Um,
crime.
who else? I'll try to. Corinne Hawthorne is also going to be in the movie. Jacqueline Carr is in this movie. So, this movie that's coming to Peacock. This movie called "Praise This." It's coming out Easter weekend, and so Chloe Bailey is going to be starring as a woman named Sam, a young Jeffrey singer, desperate to get in the music industry, even if that means associating with some dangerous elements. Trying to guide his daughter's ambition, Sam's father sends her to Atlanta to be with relatives, where she finds herself on a praise team. That wasn't exactly her plans, yet she thinks it may be what helps her break into the entertainment business. Although in the process of her singing gospel music, she discovers the true purpose of a praise team. So, like I said, Quavo from Migos is going to be in this. Like I said, Corinne Hawthorne, Jacqueline Carr, and a bunch
Dude,
of other people, and the dude,
my man Drewski.
Drewski, yeah.
As soon as I saw Drewski in this, I said, "There's no good coming to this. Don't put God nowhere in this. Don't put the church nowhere in this. This is Drewski. Like Drewski don't got nothing to do with it. This is anyway. You know what? Drewski is funny to me, so I hope they get some lines off. I hope they don't completely just make all of the gospel look even worse than First Sunday. Was that First Sunday with Cat Williams and
I don't think that's I don't see that as a churchy movie. I just
what
see it as
First Sunday?
First Sunday. I still see it as a comedy.
They were kidnapped and they were in
Yes,
the
I'm saying I
church.
see it as a comedy. It's happened to be centered around church.
Sitting around in church. Okay.
Like churchy movies is like that movie, The Gospel.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying? I
understand. I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
So but the trailer is on YouTube and it's on Instagram and other places that y'all can go check out the trailer. I watched the trailer and I'm gonna whatever praise team end up in some kind of praise team competition. And this is on the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. And I can tell you I haven't seen like many episodes, but I know what the show Glee is about, like show choir thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like gospel Glee is part of this because they were doing moves on stage.
Okay.
As a praise, like coordinated moves on stage as a praise team. It gave me like show choir vibes. I could be wrong, but that's the kind of thing. So, so this praise this movie is coming to Peacock around Easter.
And this is very interesting, and I'm gonna not take us too deep into this because this is music head, church head stuff. Me and my father were actually having a deeper discussion about how there's a whole generation of people, young people, especially in the church, who don't even know what really a choir is. They've only seen them on television. So back in our day, this would have been about a choir.
Yes.
But now it's
the Fighting Temptations.
It's a choir competition. It was Sister Act 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's Fighting Temptations, like you mentioned. But now it's a praise team because we don't even have choirs like that anymore. Yeah. I mean, their choirs exist out there, but that is not part of the popular lexicon. The popular lexicon is praise teams. And so even the concept of this movie says so much about the state of gospel music. Is very interesting. It's very interesting. I'll save that particular think piece for another time. I'll take the time. No, I'm not going to watch this. I ain't going to lie. Well, you know what? We probably need to for the show. If you remind me, I will take the time to watch this. You just got to remind me.
I'll check it out. I'll give them some love. I'll check it out.
Yo, but I got.
I mean, it's produced by Will Packer, so that's like reputable people behind the movie. So we'll see.
Will Packer, who gave us all the Think Like a Man's and many other things. Like so, we'll see what happens here. I got some people have said they're giving it 3 toilets. Some people has said without watching. Max says without watching, just gets a quick premature one oil already, and so we're
Just
gonna
Player
see.
12, Urban Blues Brothers Church. Okay.
Yo, y'all giving it the business already. And just this type of reaction to how movies fail before anybody ever sees them. This is exactly how movies fail. But we'll see what happens.
So another thing that got big buzz the past couple days is that apparently Kim Burrell was ill. Well, that's what a lot of
Oh,
us
okay.
thought.
Oh,
That's what a lot of us thought. So Tyrese, as you can see pictured here,
mm-hmm.
apparently Tyrese and Kim Burrell are like really close, which I didn't know. This was a new revelation to me from this story. But
Okay.
Tyrese took to Instagram to let people know that Kim Burrell was ill, or that, but yeah, let her know was ill. So, he was saying that he was in tears. He's worried about her. And he said, I'm quoting him, just 3 weeks ago, mother was in the best of spirits. I just got a call today that brought me to tears. Stepmother has pneumonia and both of her lungs. I'm freaking out and I don't know what to do. And so, then, basically he starts in the post, starts talking about, she's gonna need about $15,000 to cover medical bills. And he's like, if you have a relationship with her, if you can't donate money, that's fine. But he's asking everybody to pray. And he's saying, those who do or are able to donate, please Cash App, Venmo. He never like posts her handles for any of
Right.
that stuff, but he's just in the post, he was like, please go over, cover Kim Burrell in prayer and Cash App, Venmo, PayPal her some Zelle her some money, because he thought he's under the impression that her health was failing. And like I
Right.
said, he's close. He refers to her as mother, stepmother, and all this other kind of stuff. But then Kim
Oh.
Burrell. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
Oh.
this post is now deleted. Like the post I just read from Tyrese is now been deleted.
Yep.
Um. So I'm sorry. I'm looking for. So so then Tyrese Kim Burrell takes to Instagram to let the people know that brother Tyrese may have just kind of jumped the gun just a little bit of overzealous on brother Tyrese's part. I want y'all
Okay.
to I want y'all to check out this video that Kim posted.
My son Tyrese, y'all gotta keep a secret. He doesn't keep secrets, as y'all could plainly see. He doesn't keep secrets. Um, a lot of what you saw that he posted was so discombobulated, and it's okay. We have it clear. But I need y'all to not tell him that I snuck out of my house. He's in Vegas. He and I talked late last night, and my plan was to go to Vegas. He's shooting another movie and just let him put his eyes on me. But the Lord touched me, y'all. I'm telling you right now. Thursday, um, I started shaking. Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, um, my O2 had dropped to 40. So I was in a very critical place. I love everybody. I want everybody to relax. Everything's all right. Um, I thank y'all so much for your prayers. Your prayers did this. And when I say did this, here's my secret. Do not tell Tyrese. I am in the airport. And hi, thank you very much. And I'm headed to Paris, France. So, France, here I come. Tell y'all something. If we did this for money, gospel artists, we couldn't to try to live and do this. I'm on an assignment. Don't tell my son because I haven't taken off yet. I am hiding out in the lounge. I'm going to be okay. God always has me, you know.
So, and this goes on for another 40 something seconds. So it's clear that Sister Burrell was ill. because
Right.
she said something happened, and I don't know if I don't know if Tyrese thought she's worse off than she was, or she's just, the Lord did a miraculous work in her over the time since he posted. Something happened, but she was clearly ill. And then Brother Tyrese decided he was going to go on Instagram and petition the saints for prayer and ask for money. And she was like, I'm not that bad. I'm good. I don't need your money, saints.
Something don't make not a bit of sense here.
Not a bit of sense.
Not a bit of sense. And here's the thing: if she's mother and stepmother, and maybe I'm making assumptions upon Tyrese's monies, but how did he get to 15K?
Exactly.
How did he get to 15K in the number? Something don't make no sense. 15K is a really specific number. Donna Abdullah says Tyrese just needed help with child support payments. That's a little petty. It's funny though.
Unless she told him something. She had to tell him something specific.
Somebody out here just playing 12 says Kim like looking like Missy Elliott in the super fly video. This literally made no sense. And so now she's talking about, I'm on my way to Paris. What is happening right here? You know what? Here's the thing. Both Tyrese and Kim, both dramatic individuals, both a little drama filled. Tyrese needs to stay off social media at times. So I wish everyone nothing but the best in all this. If she really was and is not feeling well, I pray she is okay. Yeah. I mean that sincerely, but yeah,
the whole thing was definitely bizarre, but it is good to see that whatever happened, she is better because she's well enough to travel
to France. I was going to go to Las Vegas, but how do we get from Vegas to France? Like I'm confused. And what ministry? I need to see the whole clip because if she was really rambling like that, this is nonsensical.
The clip is, if anybody wants to see a clip, is on her Instagram. You can search Instagram for Kim Burrell. All right, I'll move on to this next thing. So, the Perfecting Church, where the pastor is Marvin L. Winans.
Marvin L. Winans.
So, apparently, the Perfecting Church is being sued by the city of Detroit.
Oh no!
The building you see in the picture is the church had started a construction project. Right. This project you see here started 18 years ago and is currently incomplete and abandoned. So the church, they started the building fund, they started building, and 18 years, and they still have not completed this facility that you see. City of Detroit is kind of mad because misuse of land and that whole thing, and the city is trying to make efforts to clean up the city. And so Perfecting Church is being sued, and they give them options. Sell it back to the church. Sell it back to the city, so the city can go in and clean up and do other things. And they ask for different permits and stuff like that. And the church has not provided any viable or useful paperwork. So Pastor Marvin L. Winans and the Perfecting Church are being sued.
Hey man, church. There's a difference between blessing people and ministering to people and the business of a church, and this is the business side of things, and something don't sound right. 18 years later, and you can't put COVID on this. If this has been 18 years, that's a fully grown adult. Don't blame COVID on this.
But to their credit, they do have something. I mean, at least they got something up.
That's a heck of a facility. Like if that's the actual building, they've done some work. I would be annoyed just by all the good brick in the stone that was used to put that thing together.
I mean, I'm sure many of us have been in churches with the building front thermometer in the back up against the wall, and thermometer been up there for years, and nothing has happened to the church.
Yes,
but the facility itself, they ain't done no renovations. They ain't built nothing new.
Put a doorknob on the church.
They broke ground and started doing something. I'm not sure why they haven't finished in 18 years. That's a whole nother story. But
18 years. What? Yo, this is hilarious. Donna Abdullah says this has been going on since the Bush administration.
She ain't lying. She not lying.
Oh man. I hope this works out. Pastor Marvin L. Winans, we need you to come before the congregation and explain what's going on. And are they currently in another facility?
They're
Like, do
in
they
the
have
original
another
building.
church?
They're in the original church. They're still in the whatever the original building was. Like if you search online, they have
Right.
service every Sunday in some other facility. It looks decent. I mean, I'm only seeing clips, but it looks fine from the inside.
You know what's hilarious to me, and this is why my mind is so warped. The first thing you thought of as I thought of when you said 18 was the concept of, man, well, whatever audiovisual equipment they put in there is outdated now, so they're gonna have to redo all that. It's like
Probably
they in
get
there
that far.
they're trying to run Ethernet, and we on Wi-Fi now. So
That joint is just a shell.
yeah, it's just hopefully it's just a shell, and they ain't got to gut the whole thing and redo everything. But hey, God bless them, man.
Well, we are going to pray that the pastor's able to remedy this situation, either build the church or sell it and use the money for something else.
It's a good question. Someone was taking some stuff off the top. To be honest, something was happening here.
See, I wasn't even going there.
Hey, that's all I'm saying.
I wasn't even going there. I want to show you the neighbors this video, and so I want you to draw. There's gonna be a woman talking in the video.
Okay.
But I want you to listen to her, but draw your attention into the woman in front of her and the woman in back of her. Okay. So, because that the entertaining part is the other two people in the video, not the person that's speaking. So this woman is testifying about her her child who apparently once had COVID. Well, apparently had many cases of COVID. So I want you to
let it run twice. We're gonna let it run twice so the people can see. The people can see. It takes
I want y'all to you can check out this video. All right, here we go.
Oh man.
I also want to thank God for my daughter's health. My baby's had COVID 3 times, and the first 2 times she wasn't vaccinated. But she has the residual of a heart condition, and she is doing well. She's still. I also want to thank God for my.
Now, if you looked at the person in the front, now I want you to look at the person in the back this time.
The eye roll right there, and then
you gotta.
So for the audio listeners, there's a woman talking, and she is standing in between two women.
Yes.
The woman in the front, while she's talking, just at some point just gives this very noticeable eye roll while she's talking about the many times her baby has had COVID. And then the woman in the back, while she's talking, so as soon as sister with the microphone mentions COVID, and
COVID three
times, sister in the back proceeds to put on her mask.
And she was so smooth with it.
She was real smooth.
Her face didn't change. She didn't change her eye level. She just, you obviously have a problem and an outbreak in your household. So I am going to put on this mask while I'm around you. The hilarious part was the sister in the row in front of her when she first said 3 times. Oh, 3. Yeah. It was a striking in her heart. Like, you have an issue 3 times. So I wonder if this lady is just dramatic generally, because their reactions indicate that this is a whole lot going on with her, maybe more than once. And so that's hilarious. But what cracked me up is, first of all, when she heard 3, the lady in front face just dropped. And then behind her, when she put that mask on smooth and didn't even change her head, God bless you. And she's like, you ain't gonna get me. So that's hilarious.
COVID 3 times, that and alone is just a whole nother discussion that we just don't have time to have right now. But God bless these people. I'm praying for that woman and her children. Seriously.
Donna says, I support the woman in the back. This child must be licking doorknobs, because why? Why 3 times? You gotta be licking doorknobs to get COVID 3 separate times. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, no. God bless.
Max said she used her discernment and put her mask on. Sometimes God will make things a little more obvious. And you're like, oh, yes. There's an issue here. Oh, my goodness. Hilarious.
All right, one more video before we end this. So, and we got some other stuff. We'll get to it next week. So, We have played so many baptism videos on this show. I guarantee we have never played one like this. So,
Here we go.
These people, to their credit, they're not using the pool of the church.
Okay.
These people chose to go out to the creek or
Okay.
to
Old school.
or to the bayou, whatever you call it, the
Bayou.
lagoon. But when you're in the bayou,
Right.
you get it's not just you and the preacher in the water. You have the bayou critters, and I just want you to see who joins on the baptism. Who else wanted to go down
What are we about to watch?
in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. They had a guest. So check this out.
Oh, baby. Oh. No. Watch over baby, the wrong day with this them. No. Ain't nothing in this water.
So you never get a good shot at the alligator. So you just gotta take. I'm assuming it's maybe it's a girl. I'm guessing. If it's not, I'm sorry. You gotta just take baby girl's word for it that there's an alligator in there. But that was enough for my man. Like he didn't need to see nothing. He heard this alligator there and he took off. And the brother preacher who told him, the preacher told him, the man asked the preacher, "Ain't nothing in the water, is it?" And the preacher said no. But the preacher was quick to get out, leaving my man splashing around with the alligator.
There's so many problems with this. There's so many problems here. I really do hope nah, man, he was real scared. I really do hope this is jokes, because if not, there's a whole that might be a real robe he's trying to wear right there, because it looked like a graduation robe. So let's describe this for our people online in case they can't see it. You listen to audio only. They're in what appears to be like where boats drop off, where cars drop off boats to get in the water. That's what appears to be a ramp coming out about the water. And so the man being baptized is about, let's say he's 6'3". The dude doing the baptism may be 5'10". And so the old man doing the baptism was no way they were going to be able to bring him all the way down safely in that water. What's even more hilarious is
they weren't even deep enough for him to get down there.
What's even more hilarious is there's someone on the bank fishing, right?
Completely unbothered.
Completely unbothered by the whole scenario. They are fishing while old boy is supposed to be going down in the name of the Lord. Amen. And this water is just murky and messy. You shouldn't be in that. You don't go down in that. Oh, absolutely not. Yo, this whole thing was a mess. And that pastor just dropped old boy and just left. I truly do think that that some child was making a joke, and that caused all of them to just scramble.
But that was enough for them. And so shout out to Mac for sending us this video.
That joint's hilarious.
Oh man,
I didn't even see that. That joint was hilarious.
That preacher was
gone, just absolutely dumped old boy and bounced.
All right, that's all I got. You got a rant for the people. We got some other stuff. We'll get to it next week.
Yo, man, I got a slight rant for the people. So recently, in my personal life or professional life, I was interviewed for something, and they was asking me questions. And one of the places they said was like, "Yo, say where you live at. Like, what is some place you want to give a shout out to food wise?" And the question honestly caught me off guard. And so one of the places I shouted out is Hosses. So for those of you that don't know, Hosses is like a lower version of Golden Corral. It's like
Ponderosa.
It's like Ponderosa.
It's like Ponderosa, but
the Sizzler.
there's fewer, a sizzler, but there's
Meat
fewer
options,
appetizer entree options
right?
at Haas's
It,
than
it,
you would
it
at St.
has
Louis.
an
Like you can make a
extensive,
you can make
go,
a full meal off the sizzler or the ponderosa
yeah,
buffet, but not really Haas's.
but it has like it has a good soup and salad bar,
Yeah.
and then you can order the meal. I just wanted to give a shout out to Haas's. Now they're not gonna be willing no Michelin stars or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get basically 2 meals, man. You go in there, you order a little whatever you're gonna order, maybe
Mm-hmm.
some steak or maybe some little chicken fingers or whatever, and then you get the soup and salad bar. All you do is eat the soup and salad bar. You save the other food for later, and it's not expensive. And so growing up, when we ain't always had the money like that, this was a treat for us growing up. But now that we done got a little older and advanced in life, one of the things that I've gotten some feedback on my social medias
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that I shout out horses and now I'm being accused of not having no taste. And so I'm just disappointed by some of y'all bougie characters out there who all of a sudden y'all doing a little better in life and y'all can't appreciate when we had to do a little, when you could do more with less and you didn't have to do more with more. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna stop you right there. So to give the neighbors an understanding of the type of establishment he's talking about, you can see the comment from Don Abdullah. It says Haas's smells like a hunting cabin, and 3 out of 4 customers got MAGA hats.
3 out of 4 is extreme. 2 out of 4.
Just to give you kind of understanding type of establishment that he talked about.
2 out of 4.
It's his favorite place to eat in the town, in the city. Town.
No, it's not my favorite place, but it's a place I felt that should be recognized.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, wow.
And,
okay.
And I was dead serious. Because the person was interviewing me, I was like, yeah, I want to give a shout out to Horses. And she was like, oh, where's that at? I was like, Horses. Oh, you mean Horses over on? I'm like, yes. She's like, okay. And I could tell she was trying to clown me. And I told her, I said, hey, the Horses better be in this article. We're going to have a problem. And she actually put that in the article. She put that in the article that I wanted Horses to get a shout
big
out.
up a Horses ain't give you a dime for none of that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I did, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you take your article?
Did you take your article? Has a social media presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You tagged them?
And so I DM'd them and said, hey, I'm giving you love. If you ever need an endorser, let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Did they get back to you?
I haven't heard nothing back on the Horses. I don't think Horses has the best social media team. And so they haven't posted in a while, but I'm just waiting to hear back from Horses. Hopefully, I get a free garlic bread out of it.
Trying to get a little NIL from Horses.
Yes, it's name, image, and likeness, baby. That's all I'm trying to do. Name, image, and likeness. See, and this is what I got the whole time. So basically, Dre's food choice is a suspect. Yo, I got such disrespect off the whole thing. What's interesting was I was literally in the article talking about how it's hard for people of color to live where I live at sometimes. And my goal is to help people walk through that. Nobody got upset with the fact that I talked about their hometown and said that it's hard for melanated folks to live here. Nobody disagreed with me.
Because it's the truth? Yes. I mean, nobody's going to disagree with the truth.
So the only thing they got mad with me about was my selection of Horses.
Selection,
restaurant selection. How about you improve your environment for people of color versus worry where I'm spending my $12.99, or if I'm getting a steak, it's $14.99 on my meal at. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to all.
And there really isn't no spot there that's like the black hangout spot. The black.
No, it was. It was Ponderosa, and they took it from us years ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, you would go to Ponderosa and you would see many of
all the church folk in there. All the churches. From the 2 black churches in town, you knew what church was over. And Ponderosa knew our people in there too, because they will hold that sucker open for us. They knew our spots. But yeah, people just mad at me. It's all everything is boiled. It's all boiled mediocrity. People are haters, yo. So here's my thing: as we move forward in life, let us not forget the Sizzlers of the world. Let us not forget the insert your eatery here. At some point in time in life, there was a place to you that seemed fancy, because that's what y'all could afford. You went there for a treat that maybe now that you advance in certain places in life, you wouldn't go back there. But I say, don't forget from whence you came. Okay, don't run from it. Don't run from it. Don't disrespect it from more humble beginnings. Amen. Amen. That's all I
But
have to say.
for the record, the neighbor should know it was a really great article and a very beautiful picture of my brother and his beautiful family.
My beautiful family.
Beautiful
Yes.
family. Yes.
And,
So
and the disrespect that I'm getting over my food selection, I just wanted to give a shout out to local business. That's all I'm doing, man. That's all I have, bro. That's all I
mean,
have.
it's crazy. I'm sorry. This is our country. We picked the craziest stuff to
Right.
be fascinated with.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just the fact that your wife and your beautiful daughter, your beautiful family alone, just that picture, people should be like, oh wow, this is. But no, they want to talk about your food selection.
See, I knew we knew Just Player 12 because he knows what I'm talking about. Yo, I knew we're gonna find out who Just Player 12 is.
I mean, but this could be any Ponderosa.
Just Player 12 just said they used to hold us down after church, table of 8 to 10. Yo, that might be. Yo, Juan, is that you? Maybe that's Juan. I need to know who Just Player. I know we know who Just Player 12 is. This is gonna irk my nerves. And if that is my dude Juan, I'm gonna be mad because I've been talking to Juan on social media via text all week. He ain't said nothing. We know who. I'm telling you, we know who Just Player 12 is, dog. I'm telling you, I just don't know who it is. This is my mystery. I'm gonna figure it out.
But we mentioned last week that Just Player 12 doesn't know us, and Just Player 12 didn't say, "Yeah, I know y'all."
That's what I'm saying. I think they know us, but they just being quiet.
Just want to be quiet.
Yes,
okay.
Juan would do something like that. Anyway,
have your secret identity, whoever you are. That's fine.
Exactly. There are people who shame watch us all the time.
I'm just playing 12. You know that it's all good. Just with your secret identity, totally fine. You watch us from 9 to 10, and then you go save Gotham at 10:30. It's all good. It's all good. Just playing 12.
Yo,
see,
man.
he's not Just Playing 12 is not Juan. Okay.
I know we know this person. Yo, it's gonna boggle my mind.
You got anything else? You got anything else?
Nah, man. I just want y'all
to believe it out.
Some of y'all who are doing, who made it good in life and you think you would never go back to that place, go back to the place that helped you and your family during those times when you couldn't afford much more. You know what I'm saying? Go back and support them folks, man. As long as a safe neighborhood for the most part, and you're not gonna get sick. If you're gonna get sick, don't do that. So but otherwise,
the underrated buffet that people didn't talk about nowhere near as much as they should is when KFC used to have a buffet.
Yo, KFC this is my fat boy moment. When KFC put the honey barbecue chicken on the buffet, son.
KFC buffet should not have gone as hard as it did. They literally
tried to end my life. They tried to end my life because I wanted to be in there, sitting in there. I literally would just eat skin off the chicken. That honey barbecue chicken with the fried goodness and just the skin. Oh, brother. Honey, that was the joint.
The number one underrated buffet is KFC, and I would say number two underrated buffet would have been Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut
was underrated.
Yes.
That had no business to go that hard.
Cliff, you may have been a fat boy at one point in your life.
I don't know what else you need to.
Cliff, you may have been a husky because those are two fat boy comments you just made right there.
I told you I've been there. I don't know what I need to prove to you. I've shown you pictures. My mother and my sister have both vouched for me. My high school friends have both. I don't know what else I need to do.
Cliff, that gives you credit in my eyes. You may have been a husky boy at one point in your life.
Yes.
Because if you can shout out both the KFC and the Pizza Hut buffet, son, don't nobody know about those. Don't nobody know about those.
And they took it away
Pizza Hut buffet was
and they
crazy.
Took it away from us.
Yo, Pizza Hut back in the day with the red plastic cups and the plastic red and white plaid covers and a pizza buffet, son. Yo, that's what I know I had made it. Like I did something special. We was going to the Pizza Hut buffet that day. We stepped up from horses. We going to Pizza Hut buffet. Oh man, and I about hurt myself in that KFC buffet. I had to thank the Lord for that because I might not have made it. never would have made it if that KFC buffet stayed around.
I used to go to Pizza Hut buffet and I would look around and I'm like, y'all order regular pizza?
Yes. Do you not see this buffet?
This buffet? Y'all order the pizza, just bring it to your table and that's it. You can,
Brother, they got breadsticks on the buffet. What are y'all doing?
what are y'all people doing?
Like, oh my God. I'm done.
What's wrong with y'all?
Oh my God. I'm done, yo.
All
I'm
right.
done.
Want to thank all the neighbors for hanging with us tonight. We do this show every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Facebook and YouTube. We love all y'all that hang with us live. We also appreciate y'all that watch on demand. Shout out to the on demand listeners. And those of you who, if you want to catch out the Turn to Neighbor podcast, wherever you get your podcast, you go to turntoneighbor.com or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever else you get your podcasts, you could catch us. Shout out to the podcast listeners for keeping that strong.
Yeah.
All right. I think we good.
Dog, I'm over here thinking about Golden Corral now.
And
Like, if you want to really get into it, Golden Corral is like the GOAT of buffets.
Max said, let's rank the best buffet. Okay, so this here
I'm about to say,
we are now with TTY and after credits.
after dark, like, hey, if those of you who may leave, you are dismissed. Those
May
of
the
you
Lord
leave,
watch.
may the Lord watch between me and thee. As we
So
depart one from
we
another.
ranking buffets, right?
Right.
Okay, so Golden Corral Old Country buffet is like which one do you prefer?
Golden Corral is more high quality than Country Buffet.
Yeah.
Like,
Country
that's
buffet would have to be probably 2.
Old Country Buffet was a solid buffet.
Yeah. And so then number 3.
Yo, Max said it, son.
Shoney's. Yeah.
Shoney's,
Yeah,
son.
so that's what I'm saying. Then it comes down to, do you put, so there is no like chain Chinese buffet. So do you just like lump
think you
all
have to cover
Chinese
the whole
buffets
conference.
together? So
Yeah.
do you go Chinese buffet or Shoney's? And I think it really depends on your Chinese buffet experience.
I think Chinese buffet gotta be in top 3.
No. Well, no. Here we go. Golden
Corral number 1.
Old Country Buffet. We'll put that at 2 because it's a chain.
Old Country above. We put Old Country above KFC and Pizza Hut
because it's a chain. But then number 3, and this is only if you've been there, the seafood buffet.
The seafood buffet.
Like if you've been to like the beach towns with the sea,
yes,
like Myrtle Beach, but there's no chain I can identify. Seafood buffet gotta be top 3.
Son, there's a seafood buffet in
Ryan's. Yep.
South
Devin
Carolina,
is right. Ryan's is ahead of Old Country Buffet.
Okay, I've never had Ryan's.
Ryan's is quality.
This is what the internet is for.
Ryan's
Let me just.
Quality. So Ryan's would probably be 3rd. I could put Old Country Buffet down to 4 after seafood buffet.
Ryan's buffet. Okay, let me just get some images. Okay, Ryan's looks solid.
Yeah, Ryan's is more like a regional thing, depending on.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I googled it real quick, and I'm seeing solid. I'm seeing solidness here.
Alicia Hunter, shout out to you, Piccadilly's. Oh man.
See, but I need to acknowledge this real quick. Just Playing 12. See, I know Just Playing 12 because this person knows my life.
Shoney's
Shoney's is it meant Shoney's. Shoney's was good, only good for breakfast. Shoney's breakfast buffet takes it to a whole nother level for me. Like me, I'm breakfast buffet over all other buffets. That's why Golden Corral is next level, because Golden Corral will give you a breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
That's why Golden Corral is number 1.
Yeah, I haven't been to a buffet in a while either. Well, yeah, I mean, COVID just kind of like took that.
Bruh, people are afraid. You know what? All the other stuff we doing out here, I'm back in the buffet. Son.
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't been.
But there is a lot of them haven't opened back up.
Piccadilly. I've heard of Piccadilly. I think I've probably been to one, but I just can't like remember.
I'm gonna Google it. Let me Google it again. PICC Piccadilly. Boom! It came up. Piccadilly buffet. Ooh. Oh well, Piccadilly. Now I need Felicia to come
Alicia.
back in.
Alicia.
Alicia, I'm sorry, Alicia. Alicia, Piccadilly seems a little bougie. Like the images I'm getting here made it look like they was actually doing something in here.
Piccadilly's is probably a top 3 buffet, but we don't have enough frame of reference.
Yeah, I don't have enough
We,
frame
we
of
need to have a
reference, but
panel of people who have traveled
oh,
and
and they got
sampled.
a breakfast buffet at
Have sampled.
Piccadilly's.
Oh, Piccadilly's was a cafeteria.
Yeah, it's a cafeteria. Uh,
Okay, that don't count then. Cause we talking about places where you pay one fee and you get all the food you want. Cafeteria, you got to pay for each individual item.
I'm gonna look. I'm
They're,
gonna look in
they're
here.
southern.
It's looking. It's looking. This look like high quality stuff. You had
But
to
is
pay
it?
for this.
But is it pay one fee? This is only for the places where you pay once and you get.
Yeah, but this is like even low key Gold Corral ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like some place Piccadilly, like you might have to put something down on this because this looks high
Piccadilly's
quality.
is cafeteria company.
Yo, is that a
It's cafeteria
whole?
company.
Is that a whole pot of black eyed peas on the buffet? Yo, I gotta go to Piccadilly's. Is that still a thing? Yo, that looks good eating right there. I'm seeing some pictures. They got some catfish on here.
No, Piccadilly's is quality, but it doesn't qualify for this because it's cafeteria. Like I can see it right
What's
now.
the difference between that?
Cafeteria,
Oh,
okay. A cafeteria is
pay
when
by
you
what
pay
you
for each
put. You
item,
pay by what you put.
by what you put on your tray. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Buffet,
Okay.
you pay one fee.
And
The
you
reason
eat.
why Shoney's qualifies because you could pay for the buffet and you can get like
Right,
individual
right,
meals.
right.
Same with like Ponderosa. Same with like you said, horses.
I'm giving Max. I like Max order.
Golden Corral, All
Golden
Country Buffet,
Corral.
Chinese buffet, top 4.
I
I
think you
gotta
gotta
put
put all
seafood
Chinese.
buffet over. You gotta put seafood buffet over Shoney's.
Yo, I've had a good seafood buffet, son.
Exactly. Like if you
There's
go
a
to like the beach towns, like
yeah.
the seafood
There-
buffets.
There's a seafood buffet. I gotta ask my wife. It's either in South Carolina. I think it's in South Carolina that we
Shady
always go to.
Maple. Is Shady Maple a town or is that a
I've heard of
restaurant?
Shady Maple.
I guess it's a restaurant. Okay.
Yeah,
Shady
yeah,
Maple.
yeah. I've heard of Shady Maple. This is some fat kid stuff we doing right here. Now I'm hungry. Shady Maple restaurant. Let me just get some images. Yeah. Okay. Largest buff. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. Largest buffet in the USA. Okay.
Where is
Okay.
Shady Maple?
It's in the Lancaster area, Reading, Pennsylvania. Yo, this building like a church, dog.
We should just do like a road trip of buffets.
Yo. And we do a live cast from each one. Or just do a vlog review.
If people was seriously down, I would join in on that.
Go.
Like
I go.
We take like I don't know a couple days and just like we gonna hit a different.
We're just gonna hit a couple of different buffets.
It's probably the most gluttonous thing a person could do. Doing a buffet tour. Doing a buffet tour. Like
Alicia, I'm sorry. Oh, now you qualifying. Okay. Well, you qualify. Yes. I'm sorry. We just had to give. We had to give some.
It's not.
We had to put
buffet.
some. It's not personal. We just
it's
had
not
to
personal.
put some
Like
rules.
Piccadilly, food looks good, but it's not a buffet. It's a cafeteria. If I got to pay for each individual item, that's.
If I had to pay per box, you know what I'm saying? That means we're doing something different. Turn to your neighbor on the road. I'm down for it. If we can meet, because a lot of our fans are located in the Northeast, if we can find a place to go. Hey man,
I would so do that. Like if we decided,
you're really thinking about this.
I would for the summer. It would be fun. We gonna hit like 2 or 3 towns in a matter of a couple of days.
And just I can't do it.
See, just like 12 people.
I hurt myself.
You gotta have more than one buffet. It's a buffet. It's not a tour with just one spot. That's not a tour.
Well, maybe we just call it like a meetup, and we like go to one. It's like that's a lot.
The thing is, we gotta go to one town where one area you can hit most of these.
You can hit a couple buffets.
Like
Okay.
like Myrtle Beach. Off the top of my head, we could do that Myrtle
Yo,
Beach, and you get hit bunch.
that's where we go. Oh, I think that's maybe where I got the seafood. But I gotta ask my wife to see. It's as expensive behind seafood buffet, but it is
Oh, it's
like they
like
got
a bunch of
crab
them Myrtle
legs
Beach.
on it.
We could definitely do it.
It's
I know it's an Old Country buffet, and I know it's definitely seafood buffet in Myrtle
yeah.
Beach.
So I like what our ranking is though. I like what our ranking. Just playing 12, y'all here joking. Y'all would meet me. I'm telling you, I know just playing 12. Just playing 12 is playing with my life. I'm gonna figure it out.
And we could probably get a spot where rooms
That's what I'm saying.
would be
We can
reasonable too.
get
Like, because Myrtle Beach, there's tons of hotels in Myrtle Beach, so we can go there.
set up some cam. I'm a little bougie about my hotels, I ain't gonna lie.
But
We're bringing the neighborhood to your hood.
we roll up to Myrtle Beach. It's like wonderful beaches, but we here to eat.
Yo,
so much to do in Myrtle Beach, so we just gonna go down there to eat.
Bringing the neighborhood to your hood. Yo, I love it. I absolutely love it. So we gonna start thinking a TTYN convention. Yes. Yep. Uh-huh. We'll think about this. We'll think about this.
This idea has interest. Well, people are interested in this content because there's still people watching.
My wife would absolutely kill me when she wakes up in the morning. I tell her, "Hey, at some point during the summer, I'm gonna take off and I'm going to travel somewhere for the purpose of going to a buffet."
Oh, she will. Alita is cool enough, but she'd be like, "Go ahead, I don't need to go."
Yeah. She
I would have to bring people with me.
Yo, you would have to bring your people.
Yeah.
My wife would not show up. She's like,
complete. She would see that as a vacation for herself.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, go do this fat boy thing you doing over there. Yo, we call them FBMs and FGMs, fat boy moments and fat girl moments, where you just do something. It's like, yo, you doing a lot with food right now, my dude. Yes, Angela, I'm bougie. I know I'm bougie. But see, you can't accuse me of being bougie and then disrespect my love of horses. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of many different angles and facets. Anyway,
I'm so conflicted by this idea because the idea of being near the water, but like I just want to hang around in the water, but then I'm here to eat.
You talking about going to Myrtle Beach? Ain't nobody following us to Myrtle Beach.
The neighbors would definitely go to Myrtle Beach.
They're not going to Myrtle Beach.
The neighbors would definitely go.
Let's just start off in like the tri-state area.
I'm trying to think of I'm sure there's somewhere. Well, hey, you could probably go to Ocean City.
Yo, okay. That may be reasonable. Those who gonna be there gonna be. It's like a destination wedding. You know what I'm saying? Those who make it choose to make it. If you love TTYN and you trying to get to our first ever TTYN convocation, think you was just playing.
So we get together and just go to a bunch of buffets
and just be gluttonous. You know what I'm saying? I think we can make this happen.
Shady Maple's not far and go to KOP. What's
King of Prussia?
King of Prussia.
Hey man, Atlantic City. I don't trust no seafood in Atlantic City. I ain't gonna lie to you. We have to decide. Can we just make the first meetup a Golden Corral?
Just one spot?
Yeah, like the first meetup was just a Golden Corral. Or we can try I got an idea. What we'll do is we would have to get the neighbors to let us know where their hometowns are and what buffets is close.
If we try to just triangulate a place.
Yep. Or we go to
the
different pockets and we show up with a camera and like, hey, we gonna be at this buffet at this time. Let us know if you gonna make it. We gonna make a reservation. I'm telling you, dog, this could work. Let's talk about
the buffet capital of the world is probably Vegas.
Dog, I'm going to Vegas this summer. But yeah. Anyway. This horses cater. Thank you. My girl Vicky. Vicky, did you just get married? That was a loud question. I could have asked that later. I just saw a picture. I think she just got married.
People were really people really interested until we say we going here on this date.
Yeah, nobody shows up. Everybody want to be in the planning process, but nobody actually going to show up when we going to go. That's why I said we just. Oh yeah, Vicky's in Florida. Vicky, you still in Florida? I think Vicky's in Florida.
Vicky, he won't even go to Myrtle Beach. So
I'm going to Myrtle. Oh, we're probably gonna go to Myrtle Beach. We go down to Myrtle Beach like almost every summer now.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach in Florida. Hey, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna catch a quick snack before I go to bed.
We'll workshop this idea.
We're actually, hey, neighborhood. We bring a neighborhood to your hood. Thank you, just playing 12 for the tagline. And we're going to have a TTYN convocation this summer. We're going somewhere.
If there's a neighbor that wants to kind of, workshop this idea on your own and you want to come back to us with some ideas, we'll be open to it.
Let us know. Yeah, one of the neighbors, if y'all want to organize this,
We out here.
we going to do it. Yo, why is there still 9 people watching?
But because they like, we talk about like real in-depth Christian stuff. Nobody. We talk about where to eat.
At 10:27 at night, somebody's showing up. Hey, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. God bless and good night, yo.
We go to Sweet Frog, but Sweet Frog is not y'all kind of spot because Sweet Frog is too much healthy kind of food.
Sweet Frog is
it's like a salad buffet.
I thought that was no, Sweet Frog is frozen yogurt.
Not Sweet Frog, Sweet Tomato is Sweet salad. They went out of business because of COVID. Sweet,
and because it was trying to be a healthy buffet. Nobody want to go buffet and be healthy.
The food was good. Sweet tomatoes.
Sweet tomatoes.
Yes.
I ain't never. Is that a West Coast thing?
Yeah. Yes. The thing is that it was sweet tomatoes is all you could eat dining, but the alternative name was Sweet Plantation. But no, soup plantation was like, some restaurants have like same restaurant, different names. Soup Plantation. And so that didn't
permanently closing its 97 restaurants due to coronavirus.
Yeah.
We missed that wave. Hey, rest in peace to Sweet Tomatoes.
Sweet Tomatoes was good stuff.
Rest in peace. All right, I'm out.
All right. Okay, neighbors. So y'all work on the buffet tour thing. we'll revisit it another time.
Yeah, you let us know because we'll show up at your neighborhood.
Oh, okay, y'all. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.